Thank you, Michael. Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I have a PowerPoint presentation tonight. Come on. Okay.
That is the M&Ms crazy chocolate.
Bang. Okay. That's actually Michael Gallegos Borkson in a M&M to death. Took us a while to get that one. And he looks like he has a very saccharine attitude as well. So I have the answer. And the answer to your problems and achieving results in life is M&Ms has given us the answer to that. You know, in life, we want to accomplish goals. We set goals, academic goals, fitness goals, career goals. Oftentimes, we give up on those goals. And the reason we give up are some very common psychological barriers that M&Ms can help us move across. Meaningful results occur in invisible increments. But with the invention of M&Ms, we now have the ability to make the invisible visible. We can now see these increments. Even the invention of the M&M candy is evidence of incremental change. Somebody saw soldiers carrying candy and it wasn't melting, and someone took that idea and stole that idea, as it was mentioned earlier, and created candy that's still around today. It's a second order consequence of incremental progress. Okay, come on. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry for the delay there. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. What we got? Okay. Okay, look at the results you have in your life now. Whatever they are, good results, bad results, results you're happy with, results you're not happy with. They don't have anything to do with anything you did today. They have to do with things you were doing years ago, doing long time ago, and you ended up here today. If you could see the good decisions, the impact of your good decisions on our future, you'd be less likely to stop making bad decisions. The barrier between you and good outcomes are psychological. And I'm going to use the example of fitness. 80% of gym memberships are not used. Basically, people start the gym, they give up. Only 20% of the people stay. And I'm going to explain the psychological barriers that cause this. If you look at this graph, this line represents memory and being cognizant of what you're actually doing. This line represents your progress. If you go to the gym, first day you go to the gym, or the first time you study really hard for a test, you work really, really hard. I'll use the gym as an example. You have this Herculean effort. You sweat, you're very sore. You remember that very well. So your memory is here. Hold on. Memory is here. Your progress is here. You look in the mirror, you see nothing different. You worked really hard, you see nothing different. So you're not cognizant of the actual change that's occurring. Actually, that hard work you did actually benefit you. You're just not seeing it maybe in the mirror, on the scale, or whatever. But when you work hard, there are what you call second order benefits to that. You work hard one day, you work hard 2 days, you are getting benefits that you're not realizing. You're plugging into networks of people that will inspire you. People are seeing you do what you're doing, and they're being inspired. You just don't know it. You're creating muscle memory that you don't know is there. You're doing a lot of things that you're just not aware of, that you cannot see. Since you can't see them, you tend to give up, and you don't really think you're getting results. So long-term change occurs in invisible increments, years and years and years. One day's effort is out of proportion with one day's change. You put a Herculean effort into studying for a test, but you don't see the benefit because you thought, well, I could have been out studying, I could have been out with my friends, I could have been doing other things, and what did I gain by studying for this test? You're not seeing the future. You're out of proportion with the results you see at the moment. You're not seeing second and third and fourth order consequences, realizing the benefits of actions you've forgotten about and acquired skills you're aware of. When you work on an academic goal or a fitness goal, gradually over time, day after day, year after year, you're getting second order consequences, meaning you're meeting new people, you're meeting people that are goal oriented, you're getting energy from these people, you might meet other people through these people that might end up getting you a job someday, but doing healthy activity introduces you to things that you wouldn't have been introduced to otherwise. Also, you're getting skills that you don't even realize you're getting, just because you're learning the nuances of your studies, of your fitness. Comparison to others, that's another thing that is a psychological barrier that people find it hard to overcome because everyone has a different point A. You might look at somebody at the gym who's really fit, you look at yourself, and a year later you still look at yourself and you look at them and you think, I'm just not making progress, so you give up. Compounding effect. Now I'm going to go back to the graph again. As time progresses, these second and third order consequences start to compound, and your success after a period of time starts to improve exponentially. But you have actually forgot what you were doing at the beginning. Even if you reach this point where you're committed and you're successful, you kind of forget where you started. I can give personal examples of this, but you forget what you were doing here and what led you to here. So there is some psychological barriers that prevent you from sticking to a goal. Like Mr. Mars stuck to his company after failing 3 times. He must have been cognizant of something in his mind and he was aware of some benefit he was getting from all this work he was doing, even though he was perceivably failing. He kept doing what he was doing. Okay, so now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking you're not convinced of what I'm saying, and you want to know what the Tug of War Federation World Tug of War rankings are. That was a joke, because everything's connected to tug of war. Okay, that's the tug of war rankings. You need them bigger, right? There's another saccharine attitude on an M&M candy. I don't know if that, I think that's Michael with a mask on, right? Okay, so you need them a little bigger than that, right? Okay, there's the World Tug of War rankings as of now. And I'm going to focus on Spain. Okay? Spain is number 3 in the world. There's something unique about Spain and tug of war. Some of the best tug of war teams in the world come from this region. This is the Basque region in Spain. It is an autonomous region within the borders of Spain. Some of the best tug of war teams come from this region because they've been competing in tug of war for like 6,000 years. And what I'm referring to is they've been doing it so long, they've discovered the nuances of this very simple game. So they've become very good. So now, remind yourself every day that every action has an opposite and equal reaction, and this reaction is separated by time. Your results that you're getting from the hard work today occur later. The results you get over time are delayed. Use tools to make yourself, make the visible visible. So here are my tools. So I'm going to do this. I really am, and I'll follow up with you in 6 months. I'm going to take actions towards a part of my life that I'm unsatisfied with, an hour a day to this particular part of my life, and I'm going to put an M&M in here. It'll take me about 6 months to fill this jar of M&Ms to here, and in 6 months I'll share with you how it changed my life. Thank you.